Good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Carmelo Lattuca in the 1011 Now streaming studio. We are expecting quiet conditions out there today, but we are expecting warmer conditions as we get into this weekend of potentially approaching 90 degrees, and we could see some severe weather possible Monday and Tuesday of next week. Monday, we'll see severe weather happen off into the north and west. On Tuesday, a little bit closer to the capital city, but let's take a look at everything. Starting off with our Lincoln Weather Almanac, a little bit below average yesterday. In fact, it was the 10th straight day with below average temperatures, made it to a high of 73 degrees. At this point in the year, we should be getting closer to 80 degrees every single day, if not getting into the low 80s. Yesterday's low, 51 degrees, the average 57 degrees, so a little bit on the cool side in the morning hours as well. I believe this morning we got down into the upper 40s, so even cooler out there. But precipitation-wise, we are still desperate for some moisture, only seen about just over 3 inches of rain so far this month. We should be seeing over 6 inches of precipitation, we should be seeing over 7 inches of precipitation for the year. We are running well below average as well. Let's take a look now at our weather headlines. We are expecting conditions to warm up significantly once again. Could be a top 10, 11 day out there today, though, with highs in the low 80s, so maybe just at average, maybe a little bit above average. Plenty of sunshine out there, but some smoky skies this weekend. We're not expecting that smoke to make its way down to the surface, but unfortunately could be a little bit hazy out there. And summer-like temperatures once again, mid to upper 80s, and even some locations approaching the 90-degree mark. Low temperatures out there this morning did get down into the upper 30s out into the west. 39 degrees in Sydney, 41 degrees in North Platte. Did get down into the mid to upper 40s here in Lincoln at 46 degrees, even some low 50s off into the south and southeast. Low temperatures this morning here in the capital city range anywhere from the mid to upper 40s, even some low 50s, 51 degrees off just to the north and west, up to 52 degrees on the northwest side of the city, down to, I believe, 44 degrees on the east side, but overall mid to upper 40s and some low 50s here in the capital city. As we take a look at out of our Skyview cams, plenty of sunshine out there right now, a little bit of passing clouds here and there, but plenty of sunshine out in O'Neill and North Platte, a little bit more hazy out here in Lincoln, and a little bit of cloud cover out towards Grand Island, but no precipitation to speak of out there currently, and for the most part, not expecting any rain out there today. Current conditions, 74 at the studio, 73 degrees at the airport, winds out of the west-northwest at 8 miles per hour, no wind gusts at this time. Dew points holding steady at right around 50 degrees, so not expecting anything humid out there today. It's going to be a very comfortable 82-degree temperature, and our visibility at 10 miles, so that's a good indication that we're not seeing any of that surface smoke, or any of that smoke aloft making its way down to the surface. In fact, we just went up to 75 degrees at the studio. But temperatures across town range anywhere from, there's one location in the upper 60s, but for the most part, low to mid 70s. I think our warmest spot right now, 76 degrees in the south part of town, but overall we are expecting warmer temperatures as we get into the afternoon hours. Still holding on into the mid to upper 60s off into the west. We're talking about 64 all the way out in Scotts Bluff, 67 in Broken Bow, 68 in Grand Island, 73 here in Lincoln, and 74 degrees out in Tacoma. Dew point temperature is very comfortable out there right now. Not really going to support any moisture out there today. Upper 40s to low 50s. 50 degrees once again on the dot in Lincoln. Maybe a little bit more humid off into the west, up to 58 degrees in Ogallala, but really just not going to support any widespread shower and thunderstorm activity. Winds out of the south, southwest, right around 5, 10, 15 miles per hour. Out of the west here in Lincoln at 8 miles per hour. Not expecting any gusty conditions out there today, so reason why we could see one of those top 10, 11 days. Satellite and radar, maybe a few passing clouds here and there. Really not picking up on too much at this time. Really seeing those quiet conditions. As we take a look at the regional satellite and radar, a little bit more cloud cover off into the Great Lakes. Some showers, maybe even a few thunderstorms, but generally quiet across the Midwest. And for the most part, quiet west of the capital city, west of Nebraska. A little bit more shower and thunderstorm activity off towards the Gulf Coast, and especially into the Tennessee and Ohio river valleys. No severe weather at this time, though. Severe weather chances, once again, will be increasing as we go into the next few days. Weather alerts right now, nothing here in the local area, but we are seeing some, I believe, air quality alerts off to the north and east. It covers a good chunk of Minnesota, Wisconsin, and into the upper and lower peninsulas of Michigan. Heat advisories out to the west. It'll only be a matter of time before we see those heat advisories expand a little bit further to the east. Not expecting those in the next 7 to 10 days, but as we get a little bit warmer, we're going to see those heat advisories especially expand out to the east. As we take a look at the regional weather alerts, once again, air quality alerts up to the north and east, but nothing too close to our area. Surface smoke forecast, not expecting much of that to make its way down to the surface. Maybe lowering some visibility here at points as we go into the evening hours, and especially into this weekend, but overall, not expecting anything too bad. As we head into late Saturday night and maybe into early Sunday, could see that smoke maybe approach the surface just a little bit more, especially in northern and eastern Nebraska, but overall, we are expected to be quiet, and hopefully into Monday morning, we could see some of that dissipate off. Taking a look at Skycast now as we go into the afternoon hours, we should be mainly quiet overall. A little bit of cloud cover here and there, but a very sunny day is expected. Then as we head into this evening, cloud cover does begin to increase off to the north and to the northwest, and we'll watch out for some shower and thunderstorm activity, similar to what we saw yesterday on Thursday in central and eastern Nebraska. It's going to be hit and miss. No heavy downpours really for more than 15-20 minutes. If we do see any, we should be seeing light rainfall amounts as well, and all that activity expected to dissipate or move off to the south and east as we get into late Saturday evening and especially into early Sunday morning. On Sunday, plenty of sunshine once again. Mostly sunny to perhaps partly cloudy skies in some spots, but then we'll be watching out for some rain off to the west as we head into Monday, and especially as we go into the southeast on Tuesday. Precipitation potential over the next 3 days, a tenth to maybe a quarter of an inch in central Nebraska. We've seen the forecast shift in here in Lincoln, move off that rain a little bit farther to the west, but can't completely rule out a shower or thunderstorm in the capital city on Saturday, but a very quiet weekend is expected overall. Precipitation amounts are expected to increase significantly, though, as we go into the next 7 days. Now, this is particularly going to be Monday, Tuesday, and potentially next Thursday as well, but we're seeing potential rainfall amounts of at least an inch, maybe an inch and a half off to the north and west, could be approaching 2 inches of rain. We certainly need the moisture across the state. Storm Prediction Center outlook on Friday. General thunderstorms expected in northern, maybe western Nebraska as well. Quiet off to the south and to the east. As we go into Saturday, severe weather risk to the south of the viewing area. General thunderstorm risk once again and across a good chunk of central Nebraska. Not expecting any severe weather though. On Sunday, quiet across the state. No thunderstorm outlook. Things do begin to change though as we go into Monday and especially Tuesday. On Monday, a cold front will begin to move across the state, really going to bring our temperatures down. We're approaching 90 degrees over the weekend. Then we'll drop down into the 60s and 70s next week. But we could see some damaging winds, large hail, maybe a few isolated tornadoes in far northwestern Nebraska. And then that risk really begins to shift off to the south and southeast, still not including us here in the capital city. Portions of Lancaster County, mainly those across the Nebraska-Kansas border, watching out for damaging winds, large hail, maybe even a few tornadoes as we go into the day on Tuesday. We are expecting a lot of rain, though, Monday night into Tuesday, so I'm not completely convinced we'll see severe weather on Tuesday, but a potential weather alert day, we'll have to keep that in mind as we head into this weekend. Skycast, once again, as we go into the next few hours or so, should be mainly quiet. Maybe a few passing clouds here and there. Not expecting any shower and thunderstorm activity in central or eastern Nebraska. Cloud cover does move back in as we get into Saturday morning and into Saturday afternoon. Once again, isolated to widely scattered showers and thunderstorms. No severe weather expected out of this, but just some hit and miss rain. We certainly need it, but it's not going to be an all-day rain by any means. Mainly quiet on Sunday once again. Plenty of sunshine. Should be very nice, and we're really going to be warming up as well. We'll take a look at temperatures in just a moment, but highs approaching the upper 80s to right around 90 degrees. Out there today, low to mid 80s, 82 degrees in the capital city, 82 in Tacoma, maybe as cool as 79 in Columbus as well as in York, but 80s are expected generally overall. Forecasted lows as we go into tomorrow morning, a little bit closer to average, mid to perhaps the upper 50s, low 50s in some spots as well. 88 degrees here in Lincoln on Saturday, only approaching the upper 70s off to the north and west. Low temperatures into Sunday morning, upper 40s, mid to upper 50s, closer to 60 degrees, so a little bit closer to average for this time of year, and then right around 90 degrees on Sunday, 89 in Lincoln, 92 in Tacoma at its warmest spot, maybe just the mid to upper 80s off into the west. And then Monday morning, low temperatures. Earlier this morning, we were down in the mid to upper 40s. We could be in the mid 60s by Monday morning with highs on Monday, 90 degrees in some spots, here, including here in Lincoln. But take a look at northwestern Nebraska, 77 in Shattern, 79 degrees out in Alliance. And then as we get into Tuesday morning, really going to see the effects of that cold front begin to move in. 40s off to the west, 50s in central Nebraska, low to perhaps the upper 60s off to the south and east. Only climbing into the 60s on Tuesday to the northwest, 70s overall, perhaps in southeastern Nebraska, but it's possible we don't even get to 70 degrees on Tuesday as well. For your 7-day forecast, at or above average temperatures expected today through Monday. Then we drop about 15 degrees Monday into Tuesday, maybe even down to 20 degrees Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday does represent the best chance for showers and thunderstorms, right around 60%. Small rain chances Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, with temperatures warming back into the mid to upper 70s. A little bit below average, but not as bad as what we have seen. 10-day forecast temperatures will show you, look at that drop from Monday into Tuesday. Some locations in the upper 80s to right around 90 degrees, dropping 20 to perhaps 25 degrees, but we do warm back up into the upper 70s to mid 80s as we head into Saturday and Sunday of next week. First week of June in terms of our dew points, most humid day does look to be Monday and perhaps into Tuesday. Dew points approaching the 70-degree mark, so we're starting to get that moisture build in. That's why we see the potential for some severe weather off into the west on Monday. But with that cold front moving through on Tuesday, really going to see drier conditions, but perhaps more humid as we go into next weekend as well. Precipitation chances, 20 to 30% for the most part Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. But I think a 60 to 70% chance on Tuesday still represents our best chance of rain overall. And the 8 to 14 day outlook, temperature-wise, maybe a little bit below average in southeastern Nebraska. So average high will be climbing into the low to mid 80s. Could be back down into the 70s and low 80s overall. Not expecting 90-degree readings, at least at this point, for the early to middle parts of June. And then precipitation-wise, slightly above average as well. We'd like to see green on the map. We don't want to see any flash flooding, but we would like to see a little bit more moisture as we go into the next 8 to 14 days. Hazard outlook, we're going to see this, not with excessive heat, but with heavy precipitation, slight to perhaps moderate risk eventually for heavy rain. We do need the moisture. Hopefully going to see a little bit more moisture in terms of June 6th to June 12th. But as we go into the next 7 days, it does appear that Tuesday represents our best chance for rain. Don't want to see any severe weather, but that is a possibility as we go into Tuesday afternoon and into Tuesday evening. Quiet once again this weekend, and quiet as we get into this afternoon with highs climbing into the 80s. We should be quiet overall as we get into Monday, except for northwestern Nebraska. But once again, potential weather alert day on Tuesday. We'll continue to monitor the situation as we go into the next 48 to 72 hours. Have a great day, everyone.